Hindi nila kinonsider yan. Kasi po, okay, let me just say something about my experience. Okay? Kasi po, noong 2004, kung natatandaan po nyo 2004, Senator, PCIB, Pampanga, Cebu, Iloilo, Bohol. Abay, hindi 60-30-10 doon. Doon sa apat na probinsya na yon, 80. 10. Sino ang 80? Si GMA? Sino ang 10? Fernando Po? At sino ang 10? Yung balanse ng presidential candidate, si Eddie Villanueva, si Panfilo, at saka one more. Parehong-pareho po yun. Parehong po yun. 80, 10, 10. I'm just giving an idea of how this is done. So what?
Pwede magawa.
Opo, ginawa nga eh. Ginawa na po eh. Ginawa na po yun eh. Ang sinasabi ko lang po dito, ganun din yung modus operandi, except that the operators at the lower level forget their systems 101. Of not, di ba Maricor? Of not looking at the environment. Okay. Kagaya po nun, 2004, simple po. Hindi ko pa malakas ang buka ni, ni Senator Pimentel. I should know that because Senator Pimentel, 2004. Kaya nga eh. He commissioned me to look for the smoking gun. Okay? When the operator knew that there was a smoking gun, suddenly, nanalo si Senator Pimentel, tahimik na si Senator Pimentel, wala na. That tells you that magaling ang utak ng mga operator doon kung sino yung posibleng makapaglabas ng sekreto nila, pinapanalalo para hindi na mag-ingay pa. We'll talk about that. So, I go back to this. Hindi po pwede pong mangyari ito sa lahat eh. Yun po ang Hindi po pwedeng, talagang, hindi lang po ito statistical improbability. This is what you can call statistical impossibility. Yes, sir.
MAD is a movement against dynasties. We claim that we have somehow made a crack against political dynasties in parts of the Philippines. Ito ba ay kasama rin doon sa kanilang programa na ang ibang mga dynasties na malaglag, kagaya po ng mga Halosos sa Zamboanga, Villapuerte sa Camarines Sur, Ortega sa Calaunion, Gordon sa Zambales, at saka iba pa. Ito ba ay kasama pa kaya sa sayaw na sinasabi ninyo?
I think may example dito ng Zamboanga, di ba? May example, karamihan po ng nakuha naming data, medyo matagal nga lang po ito eh. Halos karamihan po sa Zamboanga, sa Mindanao, siyudad, munisipyo, at probinsya po.
Meaning to say na, kunwari ang mga Halosos, they are not favored ones, kaya kasama sila sa mga nalaglag. Ganun ho ba yun?
Ang pagkakakuha ko lang po is, hindi na po nila consider kung sino po talaga yung malakas doon sa area na yon. Kundi sinunod lang nila yung distribution. Bakit po? Kasi gusto ni chairman na mabilis ang resulta. Gusto ni chairman mabilis ang resulta, kaya ang worry po namin is that yung transparency server is already preloaded with the 60-30-10. Suspecha po namin. Yun po. Okay, we go back to this. Kaya po tinanggal ng 2010 at 2013 yung digital signature. That is the only remaining safeguard of a system for you to know where the results came from. Yun po yun. Tanggalin po niyo yung digital signature. Any transmission will be accepted by the CCS in the munisipyo. Kagaya po nang nakuha sa Antipolo, si Senta. Hindi ba? Sa Senado. Ano nangyari sa kanila? Walang digital signature. Tumatakbo, mainit. So ano ibig sabihin nun? Baka nagpapadala na yan ng mga resulta sa mga munisipyo, sa probinsya, sa syudad. At kung nakita po niya, sa Biliran, dalawang transmission coming from the same precinct, pero ibang resulta. Hindi nila malaman kung ano po yung tama kasi walang digital signature po eh. Yun po yun eh. And let me tell you at least about it so I can talk to you about it. Nung pong 2010, bago pa lang po nag-conduct ng 2010 elections, pinlano na po nila, number one, tanggalin ang digital signature, tanggalin yung parang resibo, hindi ipakita sa inyo doon sa kanan yung PICOS, at saka walang control doon sa munisipyo. Yun po yung ano. Sir.
How do you know that? How do you know that they pre-plan not to have the digital signature?
Okay.
Anong proof?
Ito po, I think, nung pong 2010, I am an accredited election observer of COMELEC. Okay? Ako po ay credited by the US Embassy and accredited also by Global Filipino Nation. Okay? Pag-aaral ko naman, maganda naman po yung batas eh. Yung batas po maayos eh. Ang kung lang po is, meron po may nagsabi po sa akin, tignan mo June, yung website, ang pangalan eh, Cheaters Incorporated. Pag tinignan po ngayon yan, wala na. Pero nung panahon na yon, kumopya po ako dito. Kumopya ako ng kopya. At pagkatapos po, si General Fianza, binanggit niya yan sa article niya sa Standard, yung Cheaters Incorporated. Nandiyan po, I'm going already to the plan. Nandiyan po yung communication between certain DILG secretary with the Office of the President, with the Office of COMELEC Commissioner Tagle and Commissioner Ferrer, and a certain Gary. Now, siyempre, ako naman po, technical person, sasabihin ko, galing naman ito, pinake ito. I mean, pag ginawa ng email, kung may senaryo ka, makakagawa ka eh. There's only one problem. Doon po, sa email na yon, may kasama pong header information. Pag kayo po ay may email, hindi po nyo nakikita yung header information. Kung saan nanggaling, ano authentication, ano ang words, ano ang signature, etc. etc. Ang nakikita lang niyo po is from June Estrella to you. Pero yung server data, yung pong nakanado doon po yun. Nung chinek po namin, kasi madali naman malaman, nung chinek po namin, abay talaga po yun ang server ng DILG, COMELEC, Office of the President. A certain Gary Hardaway. And he explained essentially how the cheating can be done. Okay. So, I think I released that to Tandem. So, I hope Tandem can make use of it. Because that's the... Alin yan? Yung? Okay. Ngayon po, okay, alam po niyo maganda ngayon kasi hindsight is always 2020. Alam po niyo mga tao ngayon na nakakahalata na nangyayari sa atin, abay nabuhay na po, and I'm saying this to you because there will be another initiative that will be done here. People who are well-known people are now asking the Commission on Audit to audit the two contracts of the 2010 election and the 2013 election. Audit. Kasi there's an office in COA that does that for all contracts. And I think that will show, even if congressional committees and the others would not want to go through the exercise. Hindi, ayaw po nila. Kaya doon magkakabistuhan. Okay? Doon po magkakabistuhan yung po na yun. Okay. Ngayon, paano mo nasabi, June, na tinanggal talaga ng COMELEC yung digital signature? Di ako po naman po, I do not take, what I see in the website as is. I checked the contract, I checked the proposal, and the contract of COMELEC and Smartmatic team. specifically on the digital signature. Okay? Ano po nakalagay doon sa kontrata? Ang Smartmatic team, siningil ang COMELEC for every pencil, for every marker, for everything that they used. But for the digital signature, 257,000 of them, because there are 3 BEIs, 3 canvassers up to the Senate, and there are 257 yun, more or less. Magkano po ang charge ng Smartmatic sa COMELEC? 0.
257,000
Digital signatures. That is supposed to be given to the Board of Election Inspectors. Tingnan po niyo yan. Kasi talagang ayaw lang nila ipakita po yun eh. Ngayon, magkano ba ang isang digital signature? Yan. Sa akin po, ang talaga nagbibigay ng digital signature sa Pilipinas before the elections was really the National Computer Center. There was an EO about it, 358 or something. Pero this time, hindi nila in-apply yun. Kaya nga, 0. To me, if you get a digital signature, why will you get a digital signature? Para po, kung gusto niyo bumili sa Amazon ng libro at gagamitin po niyo yung credit card ninyo, in reality, you have a digital signature with your card. There is a third party, and there's Amazon. Ito ka, pag nag-deal ka sa Amazon, chine-check po ng third party kung yan talaga ang digital signature mo. Yun din pong Amazon, tine-check dito. Kaya sinasabi niya, okay yan. May bayad po yun. If I'm not mistaken, anywhere from 200 pesos, okay, or 2,000 pesos. Now, why will the contract that was signed in June or July of 2009 did not include anymore the digital signature? So, the only conclusion I can make is they know it will not be implemented.
Premeditated.
Huh? Ano, sorry?
Premeditated.
I'll let the lawyer do that. Yes.
Sir, I think all of us here are 1,000% convinced that there is massive cheating. There was massive cheating. So what do we do? What can we do? Considering October is just around the corner for the barangay election, and we should be preparing for the 2016 election. So to reach out to the masses is very important because we believe, especially the movement against dynasties, na hindi tayo pwedeng umasa sa Kongreso sa anumang pagbabago. We cannot depend on government for any changes right now. And so we must take it upon ourselves to do something about it. Kaya, for example, mga po kami, we are now taking the initiative about the signature campaign because we know that only through people's initiative can we have a change with respect to the anti-dynasty law. So what else can we do to have changes, to force changes regarding this electoral process? Because this cannot happen, should not happen again. We should not take it sitting down.
Hindi po ba niyo napansin ngayon sa barangay? Please.
That's why we're having this press briefing para media will help us. The only way is for people to be aware of what happened. And the most powerful tool is for media to communicate what we know. That's why we called for this event. So we appeal to the people from media to help.
I agree. That's what we have been doing also. But how many from media are here? Especially from the major papers and the major networks.
But Channel 2 is here. I hope the people here from Channel 2
The cases you file, magkakagaling yan, makatakot din yung think that addressing the media now is useless. I also completely agree. They can come, when they get to that boss. The only free press in the world is the one that you own. Let's face it. So, no. We should start our own newspaper. That's one way. But again, it's very expensive and very small in effect. So you have to. See what happens. Kasi what happened, for example, like at that time, it's remember, Bell, the Bell. Yeah, but we were helped. We were helped by big things. Yes, ABS-CBN. There was not. And people, the Filipinos, I suppose anywhere in the world, they want to be led. If you don't have a leader, forget it. It's someone they can focus on. And then, I want to follow the example of Iceland.